the disturbing reality of modern skinwalkers. What if the most terrifying legends aren't just stories? What if they're still happening? Picture this. You're on a lonely highway in the American Southwest. It's pitch black, the kind of dark that feels like it's pressing in on you. Then you see it. Something is keeping pace with your car, moving in a way that just isn't natural. It's not an animal, but it's not human either. For some, this isn't a campfire story. It's a disturbing reality they claim to have experienced. These kinds of encounters, once whispered about around fires, are now being reported with unsettling frequency. Many of these modern tales point to one location, a 512-acre ranch in Utah that has become a hotspot for paranormal claims. It's a place that has attracted scientists, the US government, and worldwide attention. This isn't just about folklore anymore. This is about Skinwalker Ranch and the strange reports that suggest a truth far weirder than any legend. Section 1. From Legend to Modern Nightmare. To understand the modern phenomenon, you have to start with the original legend. The term Skinwalker originates with the Navajo, or Diné, people. In their tradition, a skinwalker, or Yi Naldlushi, is a malevolent witch who has gained the power to turn into, possess, or disguise themselves as an animal. This power isn't a gift. It's said to be acquired by committing horrible acts that go against all cultural values. They are figures of pure malice, and their presence is considered an omen of suffering and death. For generations, the Navajo have spoken of them with incredible caution, as it's believed that even discussing skinwalkers can attract their unwanted attention. But in the age of the internet, the idea of the skinwalker has broken free from its traditional roots. The name is now often used as a catch-all for any kind of shape-shifting creature. This modern version, often stripped of its cultural context, has become famously associated with one terrifying place that gives the old legend a new, unsettling twist: Skinwalker Ranch. Section 2. The Terror at Homestead 2. The modern story really kicks off in 1994, when Terry and Gwen Sherman bought what they thought was their dream cattle ranch in Utah's Uinta Basin. They were looking for a quiet place to raise their kids and their prize-winning cattle. What they claimed they found was a nightmare. The strangeness reportedly began almost right away. They said they found bizarre geometric patterns pressed into their fields, almost like crop circles. They claimed tools would disappear from locked sheds and reappear in strange places. But according to the Shermans, this was just the start. One day, Terry Sherman was near the cattle pens when he saw what he thought was a wolf. But it was massive, far bigger than a normal wolf, and it was calmly approaching the livestock. Terry grabbed his rifle. As the creature allegedly bit a calf through the pen's bars, Terry fired. The bullet hit, but he said it had no effect. He fired again, and again. According to his account, the creature finally let go, but it wasn't hurt. It just stood there, staring at him with what he described as intelligent, almost mocking eyes that glowed an unnatural red. It showed no sign of pain, even after taking multiple rounds from a high-caliber rifle at close range. Stunned, Terry grabbed a more powerful rifle and shot it again. Still nothing. The animal then just trotted away. Terry, an experienced hunter, tracked it. He found its prints in the mud, but after a short distance, they just stopped, as if the creature had vanished into thin air. This was just one of many terrifying encounters the Shermans reported. They described seeing strange orbs of light harassing their cattle and hearing disembodied voices speaking in unknown languages. Most disturbingly, they began losing cattle in gruesome ways. They would find their prized animals mutilated with what they described as surgical precision, with organs removed and not a drop of blood on the ground. After 2 relentless years, the Shermans had enough. They put the ranch up for sale, desperate to escape what they felt was a tormenting force. Section 3. The Billionaire and the Scientists. The Sherman story was so bizarre, it could have easily been dismissed as a tall tale, but it caught the ear of someone with the resources to investigate: Las Vegas billionaire and aerospace entrepreneur Robert Bigelow. Fascinated by UFOs and the paranormal, Bigelow bought the ranch in 1996. He founded the National Institute for Discovery Science, or NIDSCI, and brought a team of scientists to the property. Their mission was to use scientific methods to document the strange phenomena. They covered the ranch in cameras and sensors, turning it into a 24/7 paranormal lab. And the ranch didn't disappoint. The NIDSI team reported many of the same things the Shermans had described, from orbs of light to poltergeist-like activity. However, after years of round-the-clock surveillance, they admitted to having difficulty obtaining physical evidence that could be published scientifically. In one chilling account, researchers were investigating a tree where a creature with piercing yellow eyes had been seen before. Believing they saw it again, they fired at it. They never found a body, but later they reported a heavy, musky scent and heard a large creature thrashing in the dark, mimicking their voices. While the NIDSE investigation gathered numerous anecdotal reports, it was disbanded in 2004 without a definitive scientific explanation for what was happening. The story only gets stranger from here. If you're finding this look into one of America's greatest paranormal mysteries as fascinating as I do, hit that subscribe button. You won't want to miss what happened when the scientists weren't the only ones watching anymore. Section 4. The Secret Government Investigation. As the NIDSI team's work on the ranch continued, their strange reports caught the attention of some very powerful people. The phenomena were considered so credible and potentially advanced that elements within the United States government became secretly involved. Through a little-known program called the Advanced Aerospace Weapons System Applications Program, AAWSAP, the Defense Intelligence Agency began directing funds to study the phenomena reported at Skinwalker Ranch and other locations. Let that sink in. The U.S. government was spending taxpayer money to look into reports of UFOs and strange creatures on a remote Utah ranch as part of a broader look at unidentified aerial phenomena. Military personnel and intelligence officers reportedly visited the property, experiencing events firsthand and briefing high-level officials. The program was so secret, its full scope wasn't confirmed until years later. They were trying to answer the same questions as everyone else. What is the intelligence behind these events? Is it a threat? And could its technology be understood? Even with the backing of a government program, clear answers remained just out of reach, and the data they collected was often classified. Section 5. The Ranch Today, a new era of investigation. In 2016, the ranch was sold again, this time to real estate mogul Brandon Fugel. Fugel, who started as a skeptic, was determined to get to the bottom of the mystery. He has since invested millions, bringing in a new team of scientists and experts whose work is featured on the History Channel series, The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Under Fugel's ownership, the investigation has become more intense than ever. The team uses cutting-edge technology, ground-penetrating radar, thermal imaging, and constant rocket experiments to literally poke the hornet's nest. They've reported detecting strange radio signals around 1.6 gigahertz, which they speculate could be a form of communication. They continue to capture footage of UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, in the sky above the property. Fugel and his team aren't just watching, they're actively trying to provoke a reaction from whatever might be there. Section 6. The Unsettling Reports. After decades of investigation, what are the most persistent claims that something truly strange is happening at Skinwalker Ranch? First, the reports of cattle mutilations. This is one of the most disturbing and consistent claims. Healthy animals are found dead, with organs reportedly removed with surgical precision, no tracks and no blood. It's a pattern of reports that has defied conventional explanation for over 50 years. Second, the unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. Witnesses consistently describe orbs of light, silent black triangles, and other structured craft that move in ways that seem to defy our understanding of physics. These aren't just blurry lights. The team on site has tracked them on radar and filmed them with multiple high-speed cameras, with some objects appearing to emerge from what witnesses call portals in the sky. Third, the invisible forces and strange creatures. Beyond the famous story of the bulletproof wolf, visitors report encounters with other bizarre animals. More than that, people claim to experience physical effects, Equipment batteries drain instantly, and some suffer from sudden headaches, nausea, or disorientation in certain hotspots. There are even claims of a hitchhiker effect, where paranormal phenomena reportedly follow visitors home. Conclusion. So, what is the disturbing reality of modern skinwalkers? The story takes us from ancient Navajo folklore to a piece of land in Utah that has become a center for paranormal claims. It's a place where anecdotal reports and data collected by investigators continue to challenge our understanding of the world. What really haunts Skinwalker Ranch? Is it connected to an ancient curse, as some legends suggest? Is it an interdimensional portal, a doorway for things from another reality? Or is it something extraterrestrial? Despite decades of research, brilliant minds, and millions of dollars, we don't have a definitive answer. The only certainty is that the stories are powerful, and the experiences reported there are real to the people who witnessed them. Skinwalker Ranch remains an enigma, a place that reminds us that our oldest and most terrifying legends might not be just legends after all. They could be pointing to a reality that's far stranger than we can imagine. What do you think is going on at Skinwalker Ranch? Let me know your theories in the comments.